Hey everyone, welcome back to the realm. I'm Gina.
And I'm Rich.
And it has been a while since we've done this weird weekly news.
I don't remember what I'm doing.
I know I said, we're gonna record some of these episodes today, and I'm like, I don't even remember. We had a break there through October because we did like our spooky stories on Wednesdays. So we haven't had a weird weekly news, I don't think, since September.
Been a while.
Because this last month of November, we had one of our episodes from Halloween ended up spilling over into the full month of November. So if anybody didn't have a chance to catch that, go back and catch that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. We're putting our final installment next Monday on that. So
I wonder how many times we're going to do stuff and it's going to spill over into several episodes.
I know, but I like that because then we'll just always have something to talk about.
I mean, we just seem like once we get going, it just kind of,
it's like you can't stop. It's like a Pringle, pop the top, can't stop.
Which I think is how we envisioned this when we started. It's going to be a conversation and it's going to be something that, can just keep kind of progressing as you go. So, I mean, I think it's grown into something bigger than we thought or better than we thought, but I like the direction it's going. Definitely.
Yeah, I do. I love it so much. And by the way, I don't even know. Do we say I'm Gina?
Yeah.
And did you introduce yourself? Mm-hmm. I don't even remember. That's my COVID brain. So in between all that, I got married. Rich came out to see us get married. Jenny was there. Kez and I got married. We got COVID
a lot of drinking
right
was
after.
had.
You what?
A lot of drinking was had, and a lot of
drinking.
Pictures and a lot of money stayed in Vegas.
I actually brought money home.
Yeah, I heard that. Your daughter was telling us that you had won that night before we did the drag brunch. She said you did some winning, so that was great.
Yeah.
At least somebody did.
Yep, did some winning there. So so that was good. So I was excited. It actually paid for a lot, actually, paid for the rehearsal dinner and then some. So good. I'm covered the hotel. So it was good. I mean, I'm not going to complain. We did really good.
Yeah, definitely not.
But then I brought home, not only did I bring home money, I brought home COVID. So everybody just bear with me because though I'm over COVID, I have COVID brain at the moment. So my brain's just kind of fried. But if I remember correctly, how we decide who goes first is we do some rock, paper, scissors. However, we did the wheel of names last time. So do you want to do the wheel of names?
We did the wheel of names last time?
I thought we did. Or did we just do the wheel of names? Because let's do wheel of names today. Let's just do it.
I don't care.
Let's do the wheel of names, see what happens. For those of you that are listening, you can watch us on YouTube if you want to see our lovely cheery faces. Let's do wheel of names. All right, Rich and Gina.
Oh boy.
Who is it gonna be? Ready?
Gee, I wonder.
Let's spin the wheel. It's going. Oh,
look at this.
I have to go first this time.
All right.
Okay, it says that I'm the winner, but
you're the winner. Sweet.
All right. So
let
me get down here. All right. So let me stop sharing my screen so nobody has to look at my computer, my desktop. All right. So with the weird weekly news, basically what happens if you've never tuned in before is Rich and I both bring two news stories that's of the weird proportion. It could be paranormal. It could be not paranormal. We've talked about mullets. We've talked about people falling in pit toilets in national parks with their phones.
I got some good ones today that are weird.
Do you? Yeah. So, they could be scary, could be spooky, could be not, but we're going to bring you all the weird topics. Could be old news, could be new news. We're just bringing you the weird news that's happened all around the world. So it looks like I'm going to start, and I am actually going to read this article because there is no way that I could convey this article better than what it was written. So we're just going to read it. Okay. Sweet. So this is from the Huffington Post.
Ooh, Huffington. All right.
Yeah. Huffington Post. And the news headline says alternate World Cup pits camels against each other in Qatar beauty contest.
I saw that headline. I didn't read it, but I saw that headline when I was looking for articles. Yeah.
The winning camel's owners earned over 200,000 Qatari rials, I think it's pronounced, which is equivalent to $55,000 for their animals' victory at Qatar's Mazayan World Cup on Friday. So this is dated December 2nd by Ian M. Peterson, and we'll provide the links in the show notes so that you guys can take a look at this yourself. But in Qatar, like all good pageant contestants, Naza's display not only dazzling beauty, but also poise and grace. She batted her eyelashes and flashed a toothy smile for the television cameras at the Mazayan World Cup, a pageant held in Qatari desert about 15 miles away from Doha, and the Soccer's World Cup. So basically it says Naza, mind you, is a camel. So think Westminster dog show crossed with Miss America pageant, except it's for camels.
Okay.
So Naza is a majestic light-haired creature that overcame several preliminary rounds and hundreds of other camels to win the pageant at Qatar Camel Mazayan Club on Friday.
There's that many camels that they can put into a pageant?
Hundreds, apparently.
Wow.
Hundreds. So the event, which was designed to bring cultural awareness to the World Cup visitors, which, so, it's like, camels have been around, as sources of transportation in that area. So they're trying to bring awareness to the visitors that came for the World Cup. And it was sponsored by the Ministry of Sports and Youth in conjunction with the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy, the local World Cup organization committee. So Naza is one of 15 camels who competed for the crown. So it looks like there was like the preliminary rounds where you kind of just have to qualify. So there were hundreds of camels there. And then when it came down to the final race for the crown, there was 15 camels.
Did they actually have to race?
No, it wasn't a race.
They should have had them race. They should have had the top finalists in the pageant. Now you have
finally
to race.
Like it ended up
go down,
physical prowess.
Drink water, turn around, come back, and don't knock the egg off the cone. I should have been in charge. I should have been in charge of that.
You should have been in charge of that one.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. It was a good insert there. Naza is one of 15 camels who competed for the crown, parading by fans while wearing bejeweled collars and draped with strings of gemstones. I thought our camel was better than Ronaldo and Messi, joked Hassim Al-Kuwari, part of the family that owns Naza. So I'm assuming those are other two. Now, there is a video, which I will post, that shows the camels battle it out at the Qatar beauty contest. So I'll put that video on our website. So these events are held regularly throughout the Middle East, where the people have connected with camels for generations. This is our culture. This is from long ago, from our fathers and grandfathers, Al-Kuwari said. Today is a competition, a beauty competition. We like these camels. We give them names. It's like family. So visitors were greeted by a camel jingle, welcome to the camel competition, and served karak, which is a spiced tea with milk, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. Owners and their families sat in the air-conditioned luxury tents with red velvet chairs and glass wall to watch the competition. The main attraction were the purebred female camels. Competitors make several passes in front of the stands that cheer, stands of fans that cheer for their favorite. There's also a milking competition. So instead of running, they did milking, where the prize going to the camel that produces the most milk. So make no mistake, and I'm going to claim ignorance here. I honestly didn't know camels could be milked. I don't know why it wasn't something I would ever think about, but
right.
Make no mistake. It's a serious contest because they have a doctor is on staff to make sure that the animals don't use fillers or Botox.
Oh boy.
To make them more beautiful.
Wow.
I guess.
I didn't know that was an option.
I know. So
I guess I'm more surprised about that than I am about the milking. I didn't know that was an option. You could do that.
You understand why I had to just read this?
But yeah, I mean,
as it is, because I can't. I know. Okay, so last December, dozens of camels were disqualified from King Abdulaziz Camel Festival in Saudi Arabia for cosmetic use.
Wow, weird. Why didn't we hear about that?
I didn't find that news story popping up.
Yeah, I mean, where was that news story?
Then there's the money. The winner, runner-up, and third place camels all receive trophies. Naza's owner, as I said, earned 200,000 Qatari rials, which is $55,000 US dollars.
Pretty good.
That camel, and the camel that produced the most milk wins 15,000 Qatari rials. So it says, it closes out by saying, I've been with camels in their contest since I was a child, said the camel owner. Camels were there before planes and cars. They were called the ships of the desert. And after modern vehicles, the camels became less popular, but they still hold a big place in our culture. So it's all done for a good cause. So just Botox for camels.
I was waiting for you to tell me they started spitting on each other or something, because don't camels spit? Or is that?
No, they do, because my dad was in Saudi Arabia when he was in the Air Force, and he was in Saudi Arabia, and he was like trying to impress some girls, saw some cute girls, tried to impress them. I heard the story. At the time, camels were still ridden as a form of transportation, and he was standing near the camel pits in this town, I guess, where they park their camels. Yep. And he's standing there leaning up against the fence, and all of a sudden he gets spit on right on his head. Oh,
nice.
So they do spit, from what I understand. So
that's kind of what I thought too. So
nice. Anyway, so that's my first story. Did you? That's like
cool.
It?
I mean, that's kind of neat, I guess, when you have the World Cup stuff going on. I guess if you're in town for something and you're looking for something else to do,
right? Yeah,
it's kind of cool. I mean, I guess kind of similar to things we do around here when they have like the Super Bowl or World Series. There's always
they have other events,
side events going on. Yeah. Probably some weird stuff that you never hear of, like you were talking about earlier, the mullet contest and different things like that.
We did have that mullet contest.
I guess where I would have liked to have seen some of that go maybe they did something for some type of charity involved.
Yeah,
but I mean, I get it. It was cool.
I'm just wondering, like, did they make their money back that they put into like taking the time to like groom it, train it, right, like all the things that they had to do? Right. Maybe it's more of a notoriety thing. So
obviously they've done it before. If people are caught cheating before, so I guess over there it must be a big thing, like you said with dog shows or horse events. Where
the horse events here,
whatever, that stuff. Maybe, I mean, over there camels are big, so I mean that's just what they do.
So maybe I shouldn't laugh, but I seriously, the Botox thing.
Oh no, you should laugh, because I didn't see that coming. I mean, because I don't know if I've ever heard that even.
Next thing you know, they're going to be making camel bikinis and. All right, what do you got?
Wow. All right, the first one I have comes from the Sky News.
Okay, and it's Sky News.
Sky News. It's dated Wednesday, November 30th of this past year, and the headline reads: Thai temple left without any monks after they all failed drug tests.
Stop it! This is a joke.
No, it's not a joke. No. Wait, they said something about Botox. No, just kidding. The monks they were all evicted because they were using hair club for men. No. I'm just okay. I'll stop making jokes now. All right. Says here's what the article reads. It says a Thai temple was left without any monks after they failed the drug test and were all expelled. There was a total of 4 monks. So I mean, wasn't like it's like you see
like a family of like 25, 30
hundreds
monks.
Of them or anything like that. It was four monks, including the abbot, which I'm assuming must be the person that's in charge. Yeah. Okay. They were forced to leave the monkhood after urine tests showed evidence of illegal drugs, according to the Bangkok Post. So apparently, now it doesn't state why they were drug tested. If this is a thing where it's a random thing, if someone had some type of suspicion and said, hey, there's something weird going on here.
Right.
And it does not say what the illegal drugs were. So, I mean, we all know in this day and age, illegal drugs could be something.
Could be many things.
Could
Depends
be anything.
On where you're at.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? It could have been some type of allergy medicine that's illegal there.
Yeah, but why are monks getting drug tested?
I thought that was kind of weird as well. I mean,
Like, apparently you just can't live at the monastery these days without passing some drug test.
It says it's a small religious site in, I'm going to butcher this because I have no idea, Fechaban province. I'm sorry if anybody lives there that's listening. I butchered your name of your town, but I don't know. It says it was raided by police and health officials. So once again, raises that question as to what brought those people to this monastery.
If it was raided by police, there's some.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It says the departure of the monks has caused issues in the local community, which relies on them for religious functions. So apparently they go into town and they must do different things for the citizens of the town. There actually has been more concern, not so much for the monks themselves or what was involved there, but they're more concerned about the dogs and the cats that were also living in the temple and who's going to take care of the pets. They have animals that are living there. Now there's nobody there. Now they got animals roaming around in there and no one can take care of them.
It's terrible. I wonder if the government will step. I don't know how
they did say
particular government.
Yep. It does say that district officials have reached out to the monastic chief of Bung Sam Phan district, and they promise that they will get some more monks to that temple. So wherever they get their monks from, rent a monk.
Okay, good.
Whatever, but they're going to send some more monks to that area.
Okay, good.
To help in this area because they have been without the four and the person that's in charge there. So hopefully things can get back to normal in that Thai district. And once again, what were they doing that caused a red flag that health officials and police needed to intervene?
Yeah, we're going to need to know more.
Need to be drug tested.
If any of you listeners out there know the skinny on this, we need
or maybe that's something, maybe that's common. Maybe that's a common thing where when you have something like that, just like I don't know, you'd have different groups. I mean, like let's say you had, I guess it's not the same thing, but in the States, I mean, there's a lot of things that are regulated by stuff like that. So I mean, work. Yeah. I mean, a lot of employment places have a drug policy thing. So I mean, however that works, but what causes that red flag to get the police involved and health officials, not just a thing where you saw it was a random thing. It sounds like it was more of a targeted thing. If all four of them,
I wonder if they were dealing drugs.
Maybe. Who knows?
Inquiring minds want to know. We're going to have to.
I thought that was kind of a weird news thing and something
a weird news story.
You
don't expect to hear that.
I did not expect to hear that.
Botex for camels and monks on
I want to see the bikini camel.
You should market that. You should maybe patent the idea. Get somebody that sews. And
I'm still putting walls up in my basement. I don't have time to work on games for
Can't
camels.
wait to see what's going on in your basement.
I got walls up.
All right. National Park Service wants humans to stop licking this toad. I said it.
Licking what?
A toad. 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 Yes, that's what I said. This is from NPR, dated November 6th by Juliana Kim. So I will also post a picture of this because this article, in fact, I'm just gonna share this really quick for those that are watching on YouTube. I think the ones that just will stick it out and watch with us, I think you should see this. I really do. Let's go here. Look at that guy. Do you see that guy? So this is black and white. A black and white motion sensor camera captured a Sonoran desert toad staring into your soul at the Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument in Arizona. So that's what it looks like.
I'd look him too.
He's so creepy looking. Why would you do that?
I don't know. He looks tasty.
Are you somebody that likes frog legs?
No, I don't. I have tried frog legs.
Not me. Not doing it.
I didn't care for them.
Not doing it. Some people like it. Not happening. I tried alligator.
Tried it once.
Enough about that.
I did try it once just to try it, and didn't see the
appeal,
the draw to it. Yeah, it didn't do anything for me. So
no, don't want it. Well, so if you go into almost any park, I'm going to read this news article too, because they do such a good job. So go into almost any park, and there's often reminders to refrain from going near, petting, or feeding wildlife, right? So not licking strange animals was simply a given, right? Until now,
right.
The National Park Service has added a tongue contact with the Sonoran desert toad among its various warnings for park visitors. As we say with most things you come across in a national park, whether it be a banana slug, unfamiliar mushroom, or a large toad with glowing eyes in the dead of night, please refrain from licking it, the agency wrote on their Facebook page at the beginning of November. The toad, also known as the Colorado River toad, is about 7 inches in size and carries a weak, low-pitched ribbit sound. But the creature is far from harmless. Sonoran desert toads secrete a potent toxin that can make people sick if they touch it or get the poison in their mouth, according to the National Park Service. Despite the risks, some people have discovered that the toad's toxic secretion actually contain a powerful hallucinogenic known as 5-MeO-DMT. In recent years, smoking the amphibian secretion has actually grown in popularity, so much so that the species is even considered threatened, at least in New Mexico, due to collectors that want to use the animal for drug use, according to the state's Department of Game and Fish. So a number of public figures have actually reported they've experimented with the toad's extracted toxins. Boxing legend Mike Tyson has spoken about it, and some researchers have begun to study it for its potential therapeutic benefits. So the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration considers 5-MeO-DMT as a Schedule 1 drug, meaning it is currently not accepted for medical use and has a high potential for abuse. As with anything, they're looking in because they do microdosing now for psychological issues and things like that, and for psychiatric issues. So, I mean, there could be benefit in this natural thing, but the wildlife and gaming, people are saying, hey, look, stop doing it. Stop stealing these frogs. Stop taking them. Stop licking them. Leave them alone. We'll figure out if and when they can be used to. But apparently it's being used on as a therapeutic level somewhere, that some of these people are getting their hands on it.
Wow.
Where, I don't know. But there you have it. Don't lick the toads.
Yeah, I'd still lick them.
I've never it. What I'm curious to know is what kind of effects it has on it. These people are using it for therapeutic benefits, and some people who've complained that, or who have histories of problems with addiction. So there has to be some therapeutic value to it, but I don't know. I mean, if you don't need it for a therapeutic reason, I'm wondering what it does to you. So
interesting.
All
right. And then my next article,
last one for this episode,
comes from the Sky News as well as my other one did.
Nice.
This is dated Saturday, November 26th.
Got it.
It is thousands of people strip off for mass nude photo on Australian beach to raise awareness about skin cancer.
Okay, that's kind of cool. They're doing it for a reason there.
Yes. And I can't.
We won't show pictures of this. We will.
I will. Oh, I'm going to put it on there. I'll probably get banned from Facebook, but
great. Now you're going to get
I've seen worse. I've seen worse. So the article goes on to say, I'm going to read from parts of this article here as well. Sydney's Bondi Beach saw a sea of swimsuit-less individuals being directed by megaphone by U.S. photographer Spencer Tunick on Saturday. Apparently, he is known for staging mass photos of nude people for different things around the world. Okay. He had the attendees organize themselves in several different poses on the beach before they all took a skinny dip in the ocean, which I would not do. I'd lick a toad. I wouldn't
do that either. No,
I would lick a toad, but I'm not going to skinny dip.
I wouldn't do either one of those things.
I've been in the ocean.
I have too, but I'm not going naked in the ocean.
No, can't do that. It says the New York-based artist collaborated with a charity on the naked art illustration in a bid to raise awareness about melanoma, Australia's fourth most common form of cancer.
I guess that's no surprise.
No, and I'm glad, if they're going to do stuff like that,
Yeah.
they're doing it for a good cause. It says that the federal government estimates that more than 17,000 new cases of skin cancer will be diagnosed in Australia, with more than 1,200 Australians will die actually from the disease. So it's pretty serious thing.
Yeah, I always tell everybody, go get your skin checked. It is definitely worth a couple few $100s, even if to pay. I mean, I don't have health insurance, and I just paid I think it was maybe in June, it was like $350, but I had everything checked and monitored, and then they noted everything so that way they can watch for changes, and so it's worth it. Could you imagine not knowing that this is going to go on, and then all of a sudden you see 1,000 people just drop trout on the beach?
Yeah. It says that there was about 2,500 people actually. So it's quite a bit of people there. Now, how does the weather work there? Is it summertime there now? Is that how that works?
I think so. I think they're opposite of us, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. What season is it in Australia?
I think it's backwards. I think it's summer there.
Yeah, it is summer.
Okay.
So in Australia, seasons are defined by grouping the calendar months. Let's see, spring. The 3 transition months are September, October, November, and summer is the 3 hottest months, which is December, January, and February.
Okay.
Fall is March, April, May.
So these people were enjoying the weather, I'm sure. So it was not like it was, you're thinking here when everybody does the polar plunge or something like that on New Year's Day when it's, sub-zero temperatures and people are freezing their ass off. So,
right. I've done the polar plunge in Lake Michigan before. That was absolute insanity. Yes, I did. It was insanity. Felt like razor blades were cutting my feet.
I bet that's what I hear. That's
so
what I hear.
Bad. Oh, so bad.
That's what I hear. That's what
they have. Fire department goes out there and they're part way out in the water, and they wade in the water, and then you have to, because the key is you go in and then you go out to a specific point, and then you turn around and come back. So they have fire personnel on the beach, semi part in the water. I think there's some that are further out in the water where you have to go. If I remember, it was long. I think it was 2012 when I did it. So it was 10 years ago. And then, so when you come back on the beach, they have fire department people there. They can, the EMTs and stuff can check you out. Paramedic, But it was bad. I went to my car. I left my car running the whole time so that it was warm.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure it was below zero. And is a feeling I'll never forget ever.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, I mean that's I probably.
So the moral of today's story.
I would have left my car running too. I think. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because it wasn't even enough. It just felt like cold air blowing on me. Honestly, it felt like cold air. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to our weird weekly news.
Thanks everybody.
Ciao.
Bye.